Hey folks, welcome to Road Trip to Hell. A married couple is going on a very long road trip and we are going to stop at the gas station where it says that shenanigans should ensue. So this is a visual horror. I can't believe I just forgot how to talk. That happens quite often here. Let's just go in. Visual horror. This game contains a hot woman, a hot dude, guns, a dingy trailer, and crime. Would you like to view the spoiler content warnings? No. This game also contains a bit of bloodshed and characters with questionable morals. Reader discretion is advised. Now, dear reader, let's begin. That was so odd. It was so cool, though. You wake up, stomach burning with a dull pain. Is it a cramp or is it hunger? You can't tell, but it doesn't really matter. Still hurts. And it stops you from getting your beauty sleep. How dare it? We can't be having that now, can we? You get out of bed. He looks to be sleeping peacefully. Let's ruin it. You don't want to disturb him, but if you just let him sleep, you're not going to be able to sleep. Honey, wake up. Ah, there he is. Your lovely husband. Look into his tired but cute face makes you happy about being the Mr. Alden Blackwood and his Mr. Evan Blackwood. I'm hungry. Ada, could you wait a bit longer? Please? You use your most nefarious tactic against him. The puppy dog stare. I thought she was gonna, stab him. Come on, that's not fair. You know I can't resist. You don't relent. Alright, there should be some food at the gas station. He gets his lovely ass out of bed and escorts you out of the trailer. What the hell's happening right now? The loveliest of destinations on a romantic road trip. The obligatory gas station. What are you waiting for? Go and pick some shit out. Okay. Oh, that's okay. I want that. Got a bag of chips. Alright. I want a bottle of ketchup. Got a bottle of vodka. Oh, that was... Oh, man. I like how the pail says fuck on it, but okay. You take a look inside the fridge to find all sorts of food. From frozen meals, alcohol, ice cream, pomegranates. I have been craving pomegranates. Got a pomegranate. Okay. Can I have whatever's on this? Last time you ate these candy bars, you vomited black into the trailer floor. Maybe it didn't help that you ate 14 bars straight. Either way, these bars give you bad memories. Grab one. No such thing as bad memories with a candy bar. Excuse me. The cashier looks up from wherever the hell they were doing. How much will all of this be? You place the food onto the counter. The cashier lets out the most exasperated sigh they can muster and begin clacking on the cash register. Of course, this exhaustion stops when they announce the total. That'll be $200. How in God's name did you spend $200 at a gas station? Yeah, no, you can't buy this. Your itty-bitty charred heart drops. Oh, really? You can't give us a couple's discount? No can do. You know how the economy's been screwing business over. And people like us, too. The cashier rolls their eyes. Not good, cashier person. Not your first mistake. Please, my cravings have been acting up. Evan and I are expecting, after all... This must be the first time he's hearing about it. Cashier's just like, I don't give a damn. Are you serious? Well, since you clearly have the money to pop a baby out in this economy, your total is now 400. Wow, damn. How did it go up from 2 to 4? Strike number 2, cashier. Oh, shit. Come on, you're not about to do that to a pair of newlyweds, are you? Huh. Of course I am. And that was your third. Holy shit. Oh, that escalated. Your hot husband points his revolver towards the cashier. He's determined to get your damn food through any means necessary. How romantic. Sure. As for you, cashier, good on you. 3 strikes and... Oh, damn. You're out. Evan looks not the least bit affected by shooting the cashier's brains out. Oh well, guess that's what being a serial killer does to you. Phew. Now this is the man you married. The hell? Nothing at all like your dad, unchivalrous guy he was. No matter how much blood he's spilled, you still loved Evan. And the work he does, of course? Might not be honest, but at least it's hard and fun work. Jesus. Blood is splattered all over the floor. And your clothing. Fuck, you're covered in blood. It's fine. I've been wanting to make a fashion statement after all. At least let me wipe it off your face. He tries to wipe the fresh blood off your face. It winds up smearing and mixing with your makeup. Hey, how about we clean up the crime scene first? Of course. Alright, I guess I'm going to, get this bucket. Got mop. Alright. Let's clean, I suppose. That escalated a lot faster than I anticipated. I mean, I knew that something messed up was gonna happen, but damn, I thought like we were just gonna be haunted or something. Alright, that's all the blood cleaned up. There's still blood on both of us. Oh, right. We could probably clean up in the bathroom. Please don't tell me there's gonna be some weird bathroom scene. We really should wash up in here, Evan. Door's locked. But there's a place to put a coat in right here. Now how? Oops. I don't know. Huh, that wasn't right. This is gonna take me forever because I have no idea. Okay, I gotta... Alright. Gotta look. Last time I ate these candies... Alright, 14. Alright. Now the cashier's dead. You really don't feel like taking money. Oh really, now you don't feel like taking money. Can I get something off him? A very dead cashier. You consider eating him. Oh, so we're cannibals now too. Okay. You don't feel like making your husband chop him up right now. Well, let's make everything even bloodier. Upon closer inspection, you find a sheet of paper. Scribbled is bathroom door code. Ah, that was easy. You know what? Game, don't make me look like an idiot. The code is soda, ice cream, chicken nuggets, and juice. What? Soda, ice cream, chicken nuggets, and juice. Don't look so down. They'll be easy to figure out. Alright. You accidentally licked some of the blood. Quit! Now you're thinking of what to pair it up with from here. Thinking of eating it over the corpse? How'd you know? What the hell's wrong with you people? What kind of husband would it be if I didn't know what you were thinking? Poof. Looking into the fridge, you realize that your cravings could be satisfied with the contents. There's enough in here to make the most questionable meal ever. 3 bottles of soda, 6 tubs of ice cream, 9 boxes of... So 369. 3690. Okay. Oh! Got a mosquito bite. Alright. 3, 6, 9, 0. It worked! Sometimes I can know stuff. The two of you somehow managed to wash all the blood off your clothing. You're almost done with the crime scene. Now it's just the body you've got to worry about. Oh, you and Evan begin cauterizing the cashier's wounds with a cigarette lighter. The two of you would much rather not leave the corpse here. Otherwise it would be too obvious that something sketchy happened. Instead, you'll just take them, lock the station's doors, and dump the body off somewhere. Okay, I'm down. I'm already involved. You feel yourself sweating a bit from the heat. Ada, don't overexert yourself. And looks like he noticed. I won't. Besides, you know that once we're done, I'll just be lazing around. You know damn well that probably won't be lazing around. Instead, you'll be thinking about the body count of the next big heist. That would be good. You need to relax a bit, after all. And with me to hold everything down, you won't even have anything to worry about. I suppose so. Hey, can I ask you something? Of course. Well, you definitely picked out some interesting snacks. Oh, hell no. Did he realize? You sure as hell didn't want to tell him in the news in some shitty gas station. But he's catching on. You think? Being the good wife you are, you can't just lie to him. Before even thinking about if what you're feeling is rational, you blurt, Evan, I'm pregnant. Ah, well, I wasn't gonna ask that, but what the hell were you gonna ask? He freezes in place like a malfunctioning machine. He's seen torn organs, bones jutting out of skin, and contorted, bloody limbs. Yet this phases him. Evan? Adolin, you're going to be a mom, and I'm going to be a dad. Cool. So, cannibalistic serial killers are going to be parents. Congratulations. This is... I thought you were just kidding with the cashier. Well, if I'm going to deal with cramps and morning sickness, I might as well reap the benefits. You do hug and jump right by the cashier's corpse. There's something so morbid about jumping for joy at the thought of giving life right after taking it away. Oh well, it's not like it's you or Evan care. True dat. A few weeks later, you and your husband have been thinking about caring for the baby. After a couple of heists and assassinations here and there, you have a shit ton of money. Once you sell the trailer, you'll have more than enough to make sure the baby lives comfortably. So, Ada, how have you been feeling? Pretty good, actually. I'm glad. Sorry about not being here as much lately. It's fine, Evan. It's not like you always just drinking like my own dad. You're right, but I still don't like leaving you here alone. It's the thought that counts. I guess you're right. Still, with this work we do you think the kill turned out fine? What makes you ask? Says you, a woman with a thirst for blood, to a contract an impulse killer. Finding your mind sure as hell isn't what your parents think is fine. Or the rest of the world, for that matter. Well, rightfully so. Like, if we get arrested, what happens to the kid? That's pretty obvious. They're gonna get thrown into foster care or something like that. I love, like, the nonchalant that she has about this, where she's just like, I don't know. And we don't get to see them grow up. Hell, if we ever got sentenced, it would probably last even after our deaths. Hey, the police didn't give a shit when your mom tried to kill you. I don't see why you'd care all that much now. Yeah, you're right about that. You were kind of going in the right direction, Evan. If you guys go to jail, the kid's gonna go in foster care, so that's not good. As always, sweetie. Now, if you're so worried about getting caught, I have a plan. First, we stop the constant criminal activity. Okay, I like where this is going. We have more than enough money to live comfortably anyways. And if you want to do it for fun, you need to be extra careful. Then, we be the best parents ever. Because if the kid loves us enough and we wind up in prison, they'll be so desperate that they'll break us out. And last but not least, we start with a fresh slate. I like the sound of all of that. I love that they're just like, yeah, just make the kid, like, love us so much that they'll be like, I'll break you out of prison. Ain't no biggie. Aw, you're too kind. I've been able to think of everything we need to do. It'll be simple for the most part since we're gonna live somewhere new. But I can't for the life of me think of new names. Since you came up with most of the plan, it only makes sense I come up with them. Just nothing dumb, please. He sits and thinks, hand on the old steering wheel. How about we call Ashley and Everett Hollows? I like the sound of that. Plus, the names are close enough to our real names that it won't be too much of an adjustment. Evan nods at you, happy that you approve. Not that you would have disagreed with anything that came out of his lovely lips. I love how much in love they are. That's cute, I guess. Now, the first name makes sense, but how do we go from Blackwood to Hollows? Really, you don't follow? I follow. It just feels right for us. Maybe it's because your souls are probably hollow? You know that already. Not to mention that it's pretty far from our original surnames. I don't want to even think about the name Blackwood again. That's fair. Hollows. I like it. Ashleen Hollow and Everett Hollows. Ashlyn. Okay. Speaking of names, what do you want to name the baby? Well, if the baby's a boy, I'd like to name him Arthur. He will be our little king. And if the baby's a girl, that got dark. She doesn't want a girl. You sit in silence for a bit, thinking of what to name your future little princess. That's kind of interesting because it seems like she doesn't want a girl. Like this little scene here makes it seem like if she has a girl, she's not going to care. Adela? We're going with that, Adela. You guys can all correct me in the comments. Adela Hollows. Yeah, that's a pretty name. For some reason, Adela Hollow feels just right. And we all know that you've always been a gut instinct person. A few months later, you and Evan flocked to Liberos City, the land of tall buildings, pigeons, and broken dreams. It's far enough from your home city that no one will recognize you. Plus, it's filled to the brim with fellow criminals who will understand your plight. Now, of course, Liberos City isn't all hunky-dory. For one, it's cold, wet, and gloomy. Every time it rains, you feel like you're living in a Nora film. It's nothing at all like the scalding sunny desert you'd leave the metal tin of a trailer in. So sadly, you can't wear your summer dresses all year. Now you can only wear them during the summer, I guess as intended by the designer. Secondly, much like a Nora film, there's a shit ton of annoying detectives and cops. Oh yeah, that's a good place to settle down. For a city so riddled with crime, their spirits and determination are quite high. Unfortunately, they're very passionate about their jobs. And third, no matter how much you reassure Evan... Wait, that's not right. Everett. Yes, Everett Hollows, your husband. No matter how much you reassure Everett that the two of you won't get caught, he still spends the nights awake watching the news. None of the things concern you enough to warrant leaving, though. The two of you wind up with a lovely baby girl. Adela Hollows. Oh my god, a child. It's funny because when she was first talking about the idea of having a girl, that like doom and gloom kind of came through, and this one, it looks like the daughter kind of heard that in the womb and was just like, yeah, I don't like you from like day one. She's a lovely girl, high grades, high ambition, liked by pretty much everyone. Everything that you and Everett ever wanted for a child. True, she cheats on most of her tests, wants to become a mafia leader, and threatens people with homicide if they don't like her. God, I only wonder where she got that from. But the two of you encourage it. After all, what kids don't dream of strangling each other every now and then, right? And how could you say no to your little girl after all the denials from your own parents? Okay. You're no longer the Blackwood family. You're the Hollows family. You love your kid more than either of your parents ever loved you. Isn't that a good thing? Surely she'll go on to be as beautiful as you and as hardworking as her dad. But she'll be a good young woman. Yeah, about that. Many, many more years later. You don't know why the hell you're fighting with your husband again. Well, why won't you just listen to me? Asher, look, all I'm saying is that you can't threaten to cut people's heads off for so much as looking at me. But aren't they going to take you from me? Of course not. Oh, either way, you belong to me. That happened when we sealed the deal with the marriage. Oh, so Adela's is a total psychopath. You know that he's too smart to fire back with something. But he's headstrong enough to mutter something under his breath. This marriage is nothing at all like the one your parents had. What did you just say? Look, I don't want to talk about it. Just leave me alone. No, what the hell are you saying? Fine then. Your parents practically served me on a silver platter to you. There. Happy now? Even after I said no to the marriage several times, your parents forced my parents to give me up to you. Thought I'd never catch on? Well, screw me for deciding to marry a detective. Ah, and screw him for saying something you already knew. You were the one to ask your parents to make him yours, after all. Being the amazing parents they were, they gave him to you, just like you deserve. Oh boy. You need them to do a little favor for you now, just because you're getting tired of Asher. Mother and father would understand why you're so unhappy like this, after all. Asher doesn't bend to your whims like you want. You thought that maybe you could break him in like the new pair of shoes, but he just never stops. Not when you first married him, and certainly not in the 15 years you've been married to him. You're gonna wait 15 years? Alright. He's not a good toy anymore. Jesus. Hello, Mother? Oh, Adele, sweetie. How are you? It's been so long. I'm perfectly fine, Mother, thank you. And how's your little baby? He's fine. He's so well behaved. You know, I don't have to scream and yell at him to make him do as I please. Oh, I knew you'd be such a great mother. Granted, you still do yell at your kid. Gotta break him in. You hope he turns into a young man who devotes everything to you. That's kind of like a weird, those in psychology, was that like the Ophelia complex or something like that? That's just weird. And how's Asher? I was just about to start speaking my issues with him. He hasn't been satisfying me lately. Oh, Adelia, that's so horrible. How can I help? You didn't even need to ask, and she complied. You love your mother. And her favors, of course. I just need you and Father to send something over. Something that'll teach Asher a lesson about how he should have been a good husband. Castor oil plants. They're so pretty, don't you think? My son has a knack for horticulture. He'd like having one. Ah, I see. She knows that you don't want them for gardening. Castor bean plants produce castor beans, as the name implies. The blossoms are so pretty that you could just say that it's a houseplant. A very poisonous houseplant at that. After speaking with your dear mother, you're happy. Your life is going to be perfect now, all thanks to your lovely mother. It's what you deserve. What kind of psycho shit is going on here? This is the end of the visual novel. If you liked it and you want to see the fallout of this plot, check out the Cardinal Park case. Until next time, dear reader. Alright, so that was Road Trip to Hell. Very interesting visual novel on that one. I did see in the itch.io page for this game that the Cardinal case was there, so might check that out. I want to see the fallout with Asher. Although I kind of hope Asher just catches I'm calling her Ada because I can't pronounce jack for crap. But yeah, that's all of that escalated very quickly. But I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below what you guys think. Do you guys want to see the Cardinal case? I may post it on the channel, just, I want to know what's gonna happen. God, that's so weird. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Maybe share it with some friends. If you are a returning sub to my channel, thank you so much. Your support means everything to me. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. And if you are new to my channel and you've made it this far, well, welcome. Thank you so much for hanging out and checking the channel out. I really appreciate it. I hope you take a chance and subscribe to the channel because I would love to see your face here again. And I would love for you to be part of my little corner of YouTube. I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. Leave some comments down there. I love interacting with you guys. It makes my day. I love the comments. I love talking to you guys. I've been trying to post more, definitely, as far as community posts, just random thoughts and things that I have going on. I posted about asking the question about the journal because I was actually thinking about creating some journal covers and kind of having my own journals and stuff. I have an Etsy shop and I haven't touched it in years, but I'm thinking about maybe going back and revamping it and doing different things with it. But yeah, that'll be interesting. Just kind of want to get some new hobbies going. But yeah, I'm not going to keep you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. And until next time, guys, please take care of yourselves. Know I love you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.